Okay, workout A. The warm-up for both workouts is going to be the same. Workout A will be more dynamic and moving. Workout B is going to be more focused on isometric holds. But for both of them, we're going to start with 50 jumping jacks. Do these lightly. If this impact is too much for you, for your level of back pain, then you can bounce up and down on your heels. 50 bounces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 50. That's the first part of our warm-up. And again, that'll be the same for both workouts. Now grab your wooden dowel and bring that behind your head. Almost like it was situated on your back like you would for a squat. Just resting there gently, hands the full width of the dowel. Then I'm going to do a spinal twist, moving from the shoulders and the abdomen, keeping a nice upright spine. My gaze is roughly staying forward. There's a little bit of rotation at the cervical spine. Most of it is coming from the torso. My feet are, planted but not firmly planted. And you'll find a good range for you. Just kind of waking up the spine here, getting movement. Okay. And last part of the warm up, we're going to come onto our hands and knees, trying to keep the hips right above the knees and the arms above the shoulders. So I walk my hands back a little bit so I'm roughly flat there. From here, I'll go through those same positions that we did in our daily hygiene position, but they'll be a little bit more exaggerated because my spine's no longer against the mat here. It's free in space. So on an inhale, I'll lift my head and chest, place a little bit of an arch in my back, and then exhaling, I'm going to reach the middle of the back up and press into the hands in a cat position. Now, it might take you a little bit of time to coordinate these movements with your breathing, or your range might be pretty shortened. It might feel weird, or it might feel great right off the bat. I do think that as you go through this practice and do these workouts, you'll come to really savor this movement, really enjoy it. So go through maybe 15 or so cycles of arching and rounding the back, and then come to a flat position. From here, we'll do the bird dog movement. This is going to be a staple, a really good stabilizer. So I'll reach one leg up behind me. In this instance, that's my right leg, and then the opposite hand out alongside the ear. I'm trying to keep my hips level, trying to keep everything else the same. And then I'll draw those to the ground and switch. We'll do 3 on each side, really holding the movement. All right. Shake it out a little bit. And throughout these workouts, always take your time. It's not frantic. It's not a rush, Just breathe, relax, enjoy it, do what you can. So this workout will be more, repetitions of moving exercises. The other one more isometrics. First thing we're going to do is push-ups. Push-ups are great for your core.
Great for your overall strength. You can do anywhere, anytime. So get familiar with them. We're going to shoot to do 50 in as few sets as you need. So that might be 5 sets of 10, it might be 1 set of 50, or you might need to start with 30 or do push-ups on your knees, wherever you're at. So I'm going to bring my hands as wide as my yoga mat here, feet straight up behind me, and lower down. 1. So that was 20. I'm going to take a little rest. Take some deep breaths. You can lay flat on your belly, you can lay on your back, whatever you want to do. All right, I'm going to go back for another 20. So that brings us to 40. Chopping away at my total. 10 more. So you need to drop to your knees, so you always can do that. So I got my knees flat on the floor, the lower leg tucked up in the air here. Other than that, the same. 1. All right, done with push-ups. What do we got next? Scissor kicks. I'll lay flat on my back, bring my forearms to the floor. I'm going to lift both legs. I'm a little close to the couch here. I'm going to scoot back. So I'm going to lift both my legs and drop one down and alternate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm going to drop my feet flat to the floor and rest for a breath or 2. I'm going to go back up for another 10, slow with control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You notice that little adjustment I made? I came up and rested on my forearm. I was actually doing a more difficult version. I was head and chest up with just the abdominals supporting me. If you can do that, that's good, but if that's hard, come up and rest on your forearms. And then lay straight on your back in our same position that we started out with that pelvic tilting. Just get it comfortable being in this position. You can drop your knees side to side. This is like a windshield wiper. It's the kind of twist we do in yoga. And we're going to go back up for one more round of scissors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If those were easy, do all 30 at once. All right. Next thing we got, we're going to go back to that same hands and knees position we started in. We're going to do a donkey kick. This will strengthen your glutes and your low back, those muscles we talked about in our first video. So from a level position, I'm going to reach one leg straight back, and then I'm going to raise that leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When I was looking over at the screen, that was causing me to kind of rotate my hips. So when I look down at the mat, you want to keep your hips nice and level. Avoid opening up to the side. You don't want this motion. You want to keep it tucked down towards the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now this next move is going to be a real staple, the glute bridge. We want to get the glutes strong, firing properly, doing their job. So again, back to our old faithful home base position. Feet flat on the floor, in close to your butt. Spine's at neutral, not arched away from the mat, not pressed flat into it, right in the middle. And then bring your hands alongside your body with your palms down. On an inhale, I'm going to press into my feet and lift my hips until I come level to the floor like this. I'm going to hold for a second at the top and then lower down top to bottom from my chest back to the hips. You want to avoid overarching in this. It can be a higher degree of spinal extension if you're practicing yoga or you're free from low back pain, but for our purposes we're using it to strengthen the glutes and the low back. So you don't need to come way up in the air like this and press the hips up into extension. You just want to come to a nice level position like this. And then squeeze your butt at the top and lower down with control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Hold. And lower down. So we did 20 there. If you can do 25, do 25. If you can do 2 sets of 20, do 20. Like I said, that's going to be a staple move. We'll now show the closer for both workouts. So that's it. Workout A is done. The push-ups, the scissors, the donkey kicks, and the bridges. 4 exercises. And then the warm-up and what we're going to call the finisher, which this is, again, is going to be in workout A and B. So I'm going to come over here to, oh, my pull-up bar is not there. I didn't do my homework before I started the video. Okay, we usually have a pull-up bar in this doorway. I'm going to get it. Oh, it's right here. So from the pull-up bar or any other sound structure that gives you something easy to grip onto, you don't want grip to be the limiting factor, although it might be initially, depending on the level of strength of your forearms and your hands. You're just going to come over to the pull-up bar and do a dead hang, and you're going to try to accumulate 1 minute of time. Just hanging, no pull-up, just body weight relaxing. I usually feel a nice elongation of the spine with this. It can be really nice. So I'll show you what that looks like, although it's probably pretty self-explanatory. You could use a stopwatch if you want, and every time you need to come down, pause it and build up 1 minute in that way. Or just do, one hang for as long as you can.
Okay, I don't know how long that was, but you get the idea. Yeah, that's the finisher to the workout. So that's workout A. It's in the bag. Post B coming up here shortly.